Unlike 4 years ago when he took over from his immediate past predecessor, Adams Oshiomole, on the platform of All Progressives Congress (APC), Governor Godwin Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shaibu will on Thursday, November 12th, 2020, be sworn in for the second term on the platform of People's Democratic Party (PDP). Their inauguration would climax a tough election marked by political brinkmanship and intrigues that nearly tore Edo State apart, but for the resilience of the electorate who stood by the incumbent despite the onslaught of the ruling APC with the advantage of federal might. But unlike the practice since 1999, where deputies such as Madam Kuforola Bucknor was at loggerheads with former Governor Bola Tinubu in Lagos State, leading to her replacement with Femi Pedro. The battle between former Governor Orji Kalu of Abia State and his deputy Eyinaya Abaribe culminating in the latest impeachment, among many cases of the frosty relationship between governors and their deputies. Shaibu proved otherwise with loyalty to his principal, even when it appeared their ticket was heading for the rock. After the September 19 election, Obaseki polled a total of 307,955 to defeat his rival, Pastor Sage Eze-Iyamu of the APC, who scored 223,619 out of the 557,443 accredited voters and was accordingly returned elected by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). The election perhaps has brought to end the era of Godfather politics in Edo, but one personality whose style of politics would resonate for as long as the issue of loyalty is mentioned in the state is the incumbent deputy. Shaibu, who is also a long ally of the former national chairman of APC, Oshiomole, cut his political teeth as student union activist when he became the national president of the National Association of Nigerian Students (NANS) in 2000, from where he delved into mainstream politics to become representative of the Esako West in Edo State House of Assembly for 8 years. After serving as majority leader in the Edo House of Assembly, he was elected into House of Representatives as a federal lawmaker representing federal constituency for 18 months, where enriched his profile as a grassroots politician. As a state lawmaker, he has nicknamed Mr. Constituency since he was able to attract not less than 49 projects to his area. Throughout his 18 months he spent in the lower chamber of the National Assembly, Shaibu had 9 projects to his credit. In the runoff to the governorship election in Edo State, especially during Obaseki's face-off with Oshiomole and the consequent orchestrated disqualification of the incumbent, Shaibu remained loyal to Obaseki, expressing readiness to sink with his principal where necessary. In an interview before the September 19, 2020 election, Shaibu told Edo people how their former boss wanted him to join Shift Camp, knowing that he, Shaibu, was close to the members-elect then of the Edo State House of Assembly. This was because according to what he said, I spent 8 years as a member of the Edo State House of Assembly and about 18 months in the House of Representatives. I have goodwill among the lawmakers because of my own style. According to him, Oshiomole wanted me to use my goodwill to remove Obaseki and succeeded him, but I refused. It is not in my nature to betray anyone. If I did not betray Oshiomole when I was NAS president and he was Nigeria Labour Union NLC president, when I was offered money to get Nigerian students out of the planned strike then, and I did not betray him when I was chased with money and a plot of land in Metema, Abuja to support his Oshiomole impeachment when I was in the State Assembly, then I cannot betray my own governor. And I said I don't have those tendencies. I pleaded with Oshiomole. I knelt down before him that this government is doing well and we are taking the policies that we adopted during his own time to the next level. I begged him that no matter and when I asked what error Obaseki committed. He gave flimsy excuses, and then I could not hold anything against him. I knelt down and pleaded that I'm your son. Why not forgive him, no matter what offense he may have committed? But insisted of listening to my plea. He said, but instead of listening to my plea, he said my action was an indication that I have taken sides with the governor. I stood up and told him that if you want to remove the governor, you will have to remove both of us, but you cannot use me to chase him away. If the governor leaves, I leave. The truth is that I hate oppression. When Oshiomole was being oppressed, we fought on his side. I was brutalized and my family was at risk. Hired assassins came to my house at the lawmakers' quarters. They shattered the house with guns and the cars there were badly damaged. I threw my family across the fence and that was how they were saved. All of these were in effort to save Comrade Oshiomole from impeachment. I told him the same energy I used to fight on his side when they wanted to impeach him would be used for Governor Obaseki. I became an activist because of my hatred for oppression. If you check my records during the military rule, I was part of the struggle for this democracy, and Oshiomole had the plans for the House of Assembly. All these members of the House were not those who won the APC primaries, but Oshiomole got up and replaced all of them. Damai, Lawani, and the rest, and put all his stooges, he said. On the crisis in Edo State House of Assembly, where about 6 lawmakers have recently defected to the PDP, Shaibu said the lawmakers are acting the script of the former chairman. In his view, the configuration of the State Assembly was planned to control Obaseki and himself. Speaking on Shaibu's demonstration of loyalty through the years, spokesman of PDP in Edo State, Mr. Chris Neihari, said the leadership of the party did not expect anything short of that from a persona of Shaibu's pedigree, given his record over the years. His reaction is the minimum expected of someone of his background. He's a former student union president, former legislator, and when you add all this together, you get a decent individual, not propelled by self-interest and ambition, but he is ready to serve the interests of the people. I'm not surprised at the level of his loyalty, and that is the kind of person we need in the polity. The future of Nigeria is in the hands of persons like that, top government officials who are committed to national developments and cannot be corrupted by offers of any form. But how long would the duo sustain this loyalty is what observers are pondering over. If Shaibu is said to have exhibited uncommon loyalty to his principal in times of trouble, incumbent governor of Kano State Umar Ganduje once showed such disposition to his former boss and immediate predecessor, Alhaji Rabiu Kwakwanso. The question to ask is whether Obaseki will be magnanimous enough to repay his deputy come 2024 to succeed him, Obaseki, in office. Kwakwanso backed Ganduje to emerge governor of Kano State in 2015 before the duo went separate ways. What is likely going to end the relationship between Obaseki and Shaibu as personal interest valued above loyalty among Nigerian politicians is what the people of Edo will witness in the next 4 years. Okay. Politics here and there. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning this, whether this is going to last or not. PDP will continue to be stronger and grow more in size. Therefore, remain steadfast in your commitment, and in your time in this great party, it will wax stronger in Edo State and even eclipse the size and membership numerical strength. Congrats, Honorable Shaibu Philip. Your faithfulness and total loyalty will continue to make you greater, and you will surely reap the rewards in Jesus' name. Congratulations, my able governor and beloved Shaibu. God bless you all. So guys, let's hear your opinion that how long will this loyalty last, whether Obaseki will be able to repay him in 2024. You know what that means. Leave your comments guys below and let us know your thoughts on this. Thank you.